Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Care Sandwich. I am super excited because I have a CMO that we're going to talk to on today's show, and she's going to tell you all about how she helps business owners scale with data-driven strategies, and I cannot wait to interview her. But first, check out this video to remind you of what Care Sandwich is all about.
Welcome to Care Sandwich, the podcast where we dive into the success journeys of law firm owners across the country. I'm Margarita Everline, your host and the founder of Marketing Boss, a fractional chief marketing officer firm for law firms. On this show, we'll explore the challenges, strategies, and victories that have shaped law firms and how they wrap every interaction with care. Because we believe that caring isn't just a value, it's a strategy for success. So grab your favorite sandwich, sit back, and let's dig into a conversation filled with insight, inspiration, and of course, a lot of care.
Welcome back to the show. Natalia, come see me on the virtual stage.
Hey there. So good to see you, Margarita.
Hey, I'm so excited to have you. Tell us all about you, your story. How'd you end up working as a CMO?
Yeah, so I have so many stories to share. One of them, I started working for myself for the past 3 years because I just see so much need in business to make it more scalable and more predictable and at the same time profitable. Because what do all of us want? To have profit, have so much fun, and help so many people, right? So this is how I started. I started to poking around, working for many companies and brands like American Express, Mizuho, Columbia University, and I all see everyone got a great story. It all depends how you wrap this around, of what type of like frame or kind of like package you're gonna put it in. That's how people will perceive you. And this is what fractional CMO does. We know how to wrap it, the gift in the best package. So when it arrives, you're super excited.
Yeah, so walk us through your day to day as a CMO. How do you help a typical business owner?
Yeah, so as a fractional, probably you know it yourself really well. It's mean you're working with the different companies simultaneously. And the best thing about it, when you do that, you see what's working in one industry on one brand and how you can translate it with the data at the inside into another brands. And the more you're doing it, the more you see the patterns and the more you can see, okay, this type of framework works really well at this moment. Hmm, how can I amplify that with the other brands or with the brand stories? And this is like step-by-step guide how with the roadmap you can actually have a success and to also have clarity with the peace of mind.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about because I think if I understood you correctly, every single account that
Yeah,
you work on helps you appreciate patterns. So, I mean,
for
comparing it
sure.
to if you were just working on one brand as a CMO, it could
Hmm.
be easy and see how it could happen for you to get lost in the data and in the case study for the one brand. Whereas when you're
Yeah.
doing it on a fractional basis, you have the advantage that you can pick up
Hmm.
on patterns. I can relate so much to that. You know, we work in the
Yeah.
legal space a lot, and so I
Hmm.
know what's happening trend wise with specific tactics in the legal space. So
I know,
walk us
right?
through, yeah, so walk us through a story where, you know, you help somebody. How did you help them? How did you transform their business?
Yeah, so recently I've been working with one of the financial firms, loan officers, and they have a great stories. Thing is, when you're working in a business every day, you just forget what it is like for somebody from like outside to understand and to see how you actually helping them because you're just like so familiar with it. So it's just like typical day at the office, but for someone, it's just a new world of possibilities. And what we did, we sat down and we mapped out the journey about, okay, we have this type of clients, how we can explain the products in a more simple but also powerful way. and also to have any type of like SOPs, social media templates, so the story is consistent. Because when you see the story and your customers or the prospects, they actually understand that it's you, not like somebody else's. They can actually relate to you much better. That's how like big companies like American Express or Goldman Sachs doing those things. They know who the kind customers they have and what will be move them forward with taking actions. Because when you see something and when you're taking action on something, it's two different ways. And how you can combine those and actually to make it work for yourself, it's the next level, like a lot of cases. And we actually improved their performance by 30% within 4 months. And it's helped them to stand out on the market and also to help more people. This is what all of us need, right?
Yeah, you mentioned a word that I'm going to expand on a little bit. You mentioned
Hmm.
the word
Sure.
journey, and I think the
Yeah.
word journey is a very valuable word to appreciate in the marketing space. That if you're just looking at something like a tactic, like a social media post or a TV
Hmm.
commercial or a billboard, you're looking so closely at one tactic, at one thing, at one action item that
Exactly.
you forget that you're actually creating an element in a bigger journey. And I like
Smart.
that because what I understood from your case study is you're thinking big picture. How do I
Hmm.
create experience with all these
That's
different
it.
marketing tactics that are part of my campaign or part of my brand's strategy? And I think that's very
Hmm. Hmm.
valuable. And many, I'm going to say, agencies or marketing firms that are don't think like a CMO, they're going to always think about the task, right? The campaign
Yeah.
that they're going to
Yeah.
execute on digital or the video that they're going to make. It's easy for them to lose sight of a journey, and it's nice to have a CMO like you to make sure that it makes that one thing that they're doing makes sense as
Hmm.
part of
Hmm.
the larger journey. Out of curiosity, how did you
Hmm.
actually like end up with a passion for the CMO work? Because marketing is wonderful. It's got, design, it's got data analytics, it's got many different things that are super fun. What about the CMO role excited you and made you think, you know what, I want to stay in that lane?
Yeah, for some
Yeah, for
reason,
some
I
reason,
guess the
I guess.
universe found me itself. Because every time when I work with the clients, they're like, okay, you did something that's we really needed, like part of their like email campaigns, funnels, or any like other like social media. But what else can you offer to us? Because we'll just like to work with you. Like we're
Yeah.
forward thinkers, you as well. Like how we can continue the work. And just like one slowly but surely, step by step, I just like started to like learn more about what world needs and also like what is my strength, because it's all about like I guess expansion of the vision and also to help companies in a bigger scale, because I just like see a lot of businesses, big companies, they exist, also mid-sized or smaller companies, they also need services. Not always they have resources. I mean, it's good to be resourceful, but it also needs to like find the middle ground when you have a peace of mind to pushing your company forward, but also to know like, okay, that's working and I can actually grow sustainably. Because probably also you know yourself, if something scaling your business, you see is giving you profits, is giving you joy, but something is broken. And is it team? Is it like marketing? Is it like the offer? Is it something else? And it's like the feeling of stuck. This is what I try like illuminate and work with the business owner to understand and appreciate, because all of those like small tweaks in the whole strategy, it actually can make your business sustainable in the long run, or can like or make your business to not be as successful as you want it to be in the 5 years or like 12 years.
I love that. I hear you, and I hear such a different conversation from when I talk to other marketing folks, especially vendors, where you're very focused on growing the business, not just the tactic, not just the task, not just the campaign, but
Yeah,
growing
it's
the
bigger than
business.
that.
And I think that's beautiful. And that's another differentiator when you have a CMO that can partner with you like yourself, that can help you keep an eye on, is this what I need to do to grow my business? Not necessarily to, do something fun like launch a campaign, but is this big picture that I'm looking at? Is this thing that I'm doing going to help me grow my business? So, Natalia, if somebody is listening and thinking, I want to learn more about how to work with you, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can find me on the LinkedIn. It will be the same name, Natalia Parra-Khachper. And also, once you can contact me, I can share with you assessment to see if there is like possible hidden gaps within your marketing or within your system that we can work on so you can actually scale faster. And also, one thing I keep hearing all the time from the companies, you can be the best at what you do. If no one knows about you, you does not exist. So I know it's very popular to be like referrals all the way how go to the campaign workshops. If people cannot find you online, it's a problem. You might not see it, but like every generation got their own thing. And you want to play by the rules, but also you know like when to break those. First, you need to have like something tangible. When people see you, they can connect. Connecting, create trust. Trust, create business. When you create this ecosystem, that's how you can win in the long run.
I love that. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
overwhelming, and it doesn't have to
for
break the
sure.
bank. And,
Hmm.
the processes that you've described, I would imagine that you know how to layer in different things as a business grows. Okay, phase
Yeah.
one is this, phase two is this. Because I think sometimes business owners think to themselves, especially the ones that I come across, they're like, oh, yeah, I know I haven't done SEO. I know I haven't done, and they get overwhelmed thinking about all the things that they know they haven't
Yeah,
done
I hear
to
it all
get
the
themselves
time.
out
Yeah.
there. And then they get paralyzed by that. And there's a nice middle
Hmm.
ground, especially when you work with a CMO like you that's data driven and strategic. You don't have to
Hmm.
do it overnight. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. So if you're listening / watching, get a hold of her and find out how she can help you, because I think that it is so valuable to not do things just throwing spaghetti on the wall with your marketing, when
Get
there's
it.
data, there's strategy that you can lean on
Hmm.
with guidance from a professional. Who is your ideal client? So if somebody's listening and thinking about getting a hold of you, what's happening with their business that you want them
Hmm.
to come to you now, because they would be an ideal client for you?
Yeah, typically working with the medium, sometimes small brands who have a lot of referrals, not very predictable. So it's a lot of like ups and downs in their business, and we helping them to actually to have a system scale and also to be able to help more people because like both of our businesses it's all about making impact. You don't have to work like 100,000 hours a week to make this impact. If there is like options how you can amplify your message through the different channels. So if you're in compliance space, I understand what you're talking about, and I'm here to help.
I love it. So if you have a business and you have a wonderful infrastructure for referrals, but you're ready to level up your marketing, now's the time to explore having a CMO like Natalia help you scale and get to that next level. So I have one more question for you. And some
Sure.
might say it's the most important question, but I think it's a fun question.
Oh my
That
God,
is,
I'm excited.
what is your favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich. I'll say the one that my grandma like this is my favorite memories. Like my grandma and my grandfather, we sitting together. It's a Christmas day, and we just like enjoying our meal together. Yeah, so she liked to cook. So sandwiches was like one of her one of like yeah. I guess for me, sandwich with a good company, that's the best thing in the world.
Okay.
Environment create you create the joy. Yeah.
I love that. Even with your sandwiches, you're focused on experience. I love it. And the
Yeah,
whole
that's it.
experience of sandwich. I love that. Thank you so much. But it's been such a pleasure having you. For those of you that were watching or listening, I hope that you really enjoyed this episode and that you get in touch with Natalia so she can help you scale your business. We'll see you on the next episode of Care Sandwich.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Care Sandwich. Remember, the way we care for our clients, our teams, and ourselves can make all the difference in our success. Until next time, keep caring, keep growing, and I'll see you on the next episode of Care Sandwich.